At Mauldin Martial Arts, we have a MMA program that is geared not just towards people who are looking for the competition side, the actual fights, but we have guys that train that are just purely interested in the exercise aspects. They want to learn some self-defense skills through mixed martial arts because that's what they're used to seeing. You basically turn on almost any channel nowadays and find some kind of reference to mixed martial arts or cage fighting on it. So it's very prevalent in the mainstream society, and a lot of people are seeing it and they're intrigued by it, and they want to know, can I physically do that, and is that good for me to know if I'm ever attacked? Some aspects of MMA are very good for self-defense, and some of them can be very dangerous. So in our MMA program, we kind of try to approach both sides of the spectrum of MMA, to where you do have the competitive fight sport side of training, where we keep in mind the rules of the different promotions that you'd be fighting under. Some states allow certain techniques and other states don't, so we take that stuff into account in our training. But we also approach MMA from the standpoint of physical fitness, exercise, flexibility, increased strength, and cardiovascular endurance. We also have people that are in their training that have some physical injuries or some disabilities that make it very difficult for them to do certain techniques. So we'll make some slight modifications to the program, and really we just try to work with everyone that is interested in mixed martial arts at the level that they're able to work at. We do have competitive fighters. We have some guys that have some experience. We've got some up-and-comers that have not fought yet, that are real close to fights, and we've got some up-and-comers that are months or even years away from possibly getting into a ring or a cage. But just because you're training with guys who are training to fight doesn't mean that you're going to have to fight. It also doesn't mean that you're going to take a beating. There's a lot of different MMA schools, a lot of different MMA gyms where if you want to get in their program, you're going to have to take some lumps and take some risk for injuries that probably you're not going to be interested in doing that right away. So what we do is we always work at the level that our partner or opponent is working at, and if you're brand new to the sport, brand new to the endeavor, we bring you in and teach you the technique first. We get you used to the motions, get you used to the movement, and then we put you in some very light contact drills, where what we essentially call coach sparring, where you're working with someone who is much more experienced than you, but they're throwing punches and kicks at you in a level where you can see everything coming. If you do get hit with something, it's not going to be something that's going to end your world. You're not going to freak out and fall down and go unconscious or anything like that. You'll still realize, oh, okay, I got hit with something. That means I made a mistake here, and now I can improve my skill and work on that. And you're not going to get that at every place. Some of the different schools that you go into or martial art gyms, it's kind of sink or swim. You go in, everybody's brawling. You look around, you see them brawling when you walk in, you think, man, I want to do that. That's awesome. One day I'll be able to do that. What you don't realize is the next day they expect you to be able to do that. You walk in there and they're going to throw you in with one of their amateur or pro fighters, and you're going to take a beating. And if you can adapt and overcome, then great, and you'll stay in their program and they'll bring you into the fold. And if not, you end up falling by the wayside. My philosophy is that everyone can be good at the martial arts, but not everyone progresses at the same rate. So you got to know what works for you, and that's our job. As teachers and as coaches, our job is to look at everyone individually and say, what does this person need? How are we going to get the best out of this person? And to build a program according to that individual. And that's what we do here at Mauldin Martial Arts.